is calling, but you need healing now for all good reasons. The change is coming. Well, change is coming for all good.
I first began carving pumpkins in 1988, and my wife and I had a small farm in northwest Connecticut. So one day we had a 400-pound pumpkin. We have 2 bottles of great New England hard cider and a couple of knives. So 3 or 4 hours later, the cider's gone, we're bleeding, but there's this 3-dimensional rudimentary carving that came out of it. So we said, okay, what are we gonna do with this? That night we took it to a Halloween party, and it was pretty cool. It was received pretty well. So it's been all uphill from there. I'm a very traditional jack-o'-lantern carver. In other words, all the pumpkins that I carve have a Halloween theme, which it sounds simple, but for many carvers, for many sculptors, pumpkin is simply another medium to sculpt, like wood or ice or sands might be. For me, a pumpkin is Halloween. Another way I would describe it is I always carve into the pumpkin cavity itself so that light can shine out through the openings. Right? Many carvers don't do that. They'll just sculpt on the surface. The tool that I use most is a 3-inch paring knife. Right? I have some sheetrock saws, I have other tools, but generally speaking, the thing that I spend the most time with in my hands is a 3-inch paring knife. I've held the Guinness World Record for the largest jack-o'-lantern grown 6 times in the last 12 years. Like my daughter Rose always says, go big or go home. So for me, the bigger the pumpkin is, the better. You know, and there's a lot of cameras and press and shows and whatnot that come with that, but I guess I've been there and done that. So now it's more about the carving itself and interacting with the people than it is the fame. The most gratifying part of the process for me is when kids come up and I'm able to inspire kids to give it a try, especially if their parents are with them. You know, most of the time the parents, when it comes to pumpkin carving, they say, oh great, we gotta go through this drill, we'll get a pumpkin, we'll do it quick, we're done, you know what I mean? Clean up the mess. I want to try to inspire the parents and the kids to carve a pumpkin every single weekend throughout October. To go buy a small pumpkin, get one for each of your kids, set it up, and spend a couple hours that it's going to take to carve that pumpkin with your kids. It's good, it's wholesome, it's family-oriented activities. Get your kids away from the endless electronic distractions that our kids are suffering, and it brings out their creative taste as well. And for the kids, if they do it every single weekend, by the time Halloween comes around, they would have practiced enough that they'll be the coolest pumpkin carver in their neighborhood.